Hello, Linda Hanebourg, Adria Dunn, and Paul Newman. Welcome to Parties Extra. I'm Helen Ford Wallace, and we are at the Oklahoman's video studio to talk about the OKC charity polo match. Welcome you all.
Thank you so much.
Well, September 9th is your big event coming up, and it's the first. Is it an first annual, or just first?
So far it's the first, but if all goes well, fingers crossed, we hope to do it every year thereafter.
And how great that is. So tell us about it.
Okay, so a little bit of my background. I lived in Asia for the last 10 years. I lived in Singapore, where polo is extremely popular, and I worked for a British bank called Coots. So polo and anything British kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly. So as a result, I learned a little bit about polo. I would start to get my bank to sponsor polo matches, and sometimes I would have private parties, associated with the matches for some of the members. It's a great sport. It's the sport of kings. It's beautiful to watch.
And now we're going to have it in Oklahoma City.
Yes, exactly. So
September 9th, where?
It's at the Oklahoma City Polo Club, which is owned by David Ragland, who sits on the board of the U.S. Polo Association. So he was gracious enough to allow us to have the polo match on his grounds.
And you said you saw him just recently?
Yes, actually I saw him back in April at the U.S. Polo Championships in Wellington, and it was kind of funny because being from Oklahoma, whenever you're from Oklahoma, people are like, want to put you together with other people from Oklahoma. So like, oh, we know someone, you should meet him. And they brought me out on the field, and lo and behold, it was David Ragland. So,
how funny is that? Well, okay, so this is September 9th, Oklahoma City Polo Club, and that's in Jones, Oklahoma? Or
that's correct.
Not too far from
Yes,
here.
It's about a 20-minute drive from downtown, so it's not too far.
So what do we expect during this? Who plays?
Okay, so for this particular event, we decided to have a fun theme, which is USA versus UK. And so we brought over a player from England, who's an actual descendant of the Marquis de Lafayette, and he's been playing polo all his life. And so he'll be playing, and we have a few other British polo players there. David Ragland has organized it. And then the other side is the American team, which is comprised of players from OSU.
Okay, so when people go to, like you all are expecting a huge crowd.
Yeah.
Sounds like 300 or 400 people. Is that right?
Yeah, it'll be about 300.
When people go to a match, they go and they watch, what do they watch? They watch how many people on a team?
It varies depending. For us, we have, this is 4-goal polo, so we have 4 members on each team.
And wonderful horses.
And
always
and
wonderful horses.
So fun fact about that is that polo horses are actually called ponies, and they're their own breed. They call them ponies because they're a little bit smaller than a regular horse. I don't know how many hands they are, but when I stand next to them, we're kind of eye level. So. Yeah, but yeah. So the match itself, we'll start the day with a beautiful opening ceremony. We have lunch will be served. We have a lot of great sponsors and really amazing chef Jonathan Stranger, who he's founded Ludivine and Crute, St. Mark's Chop Room. He's kind of well-known farm-to-table restaurateur in town. So. The food will be excellent, prepared by him and his team. And then we have a number of other sponsors. They're providing drinks. So we have Prairie Wolf, and Coop Ale Works is providing all of the beer. And then we also just got some wine donated from Francis Ford Coppola. So apparently he has his own winery in California.
So we're going to eat, they're going to tailgate, is that right? Is that?
Yes, so we have tailgaters that line up on the opposite side of the polo field, and then we also have a prize for the best tailgate. And then under the tent, we just have everyone, the VIP and everybody that's purchased tickets, and gets to enjoy and watch the game. And then there'll also be a demonstration where they talk about polo to teach everybody, because a lot of people that have bought tickets, I've had a lot of response from the community that they want to know more about it. What do I wear? What is the sport all about? And so there's a lot of questions. So we're gonna have like a little bit of a a talk about that for the crowd.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a wonderful day.
Yes.
And what's the time? What time?
Gates open at 11:30, and it goes till 5 o'clock.
So do the people come and go, or do they sit there the whole? I mean, are they there the whole day, or?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's pretty active, and then some of our sponsors as well. They'll have tents. So, for example, we have Q Clothier that will be there. Kendra Scott is doing a jewelry pull. We have Am Fund, which is another amazing charity they actually come in and they raise money for charities, and they provide. It's basically like a, what would you call it? They provide these trip packages where people can, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a lottery or
bid on them?
Yes.
Silent auction? Or
yes, exactly. Thank you. A silent auction. And so what they do is all of that money goes right back to Smart Start Central Oklahoma. So everybody, I mean.
And Smart Start.
Yes, and that's Paul.
So I'm actually a co-board chair with Steve Potts, excuse me, for Smart Start Central Oklahoma. And this whole polo concept was really fun, but it becomes a lot more fun when you can create a meaningful event that's benefiting others. And Smart Start Central Oklahoma, we serve about 4,500 kids. So basically what we do is we have an early childhood education curriculum that we provide to parents, and it's really intended to make sure that the children are ready and eager to learn by the time they are in kindergarten. But it really focuses on the parents and educating the parents to know what are the necessary milestones.
What a good idea.
Yeah.
That's great.
So
that is really awesome.
Yes, and it also breaks the cycle of poverty too, because if they have the tools and the resources to educate their children and make them better, then that makes exponential impact.
So this whole thing benefits Smart Start.
Right, and so for every $1,000 that raised, it impacts 13 children's lives.
Well, how could you all work together?
Yes.
Where are you all?
You go ahead.
We are at Morgan Stanley at the Waterford.
Yes.
So you all work together so you can talk about this every day.
Yeah, yeah.
We're living, breathing polo at the moment, and Linda has been an absolute blessing to us. Linda is like a pillar in the community. Everybody loves and adores her, and being that I'm new here, I've only been here a year and some change, and so she's kind of taken us under her wing and introduced us to the community and helped to get the word out. And she's actually also helped us to form an equestrian cabinet. So,
well, tell us about that.
She's managing
that. This is just such an amazing and exciting event. And Helen, you know very well that Oklahomans are so philanthropic. Actually,
and they like the horses.
Oh,
you all.
my goodness.
They love the
horse
horses.
country.
But yes, both.
And so I had to readily admit I don't know that much about polo, but I love it, and there's such a royal air about it, and it's so unique to Oklahoma. Even though we did have polo matches here a number of years ago, certainly this is horse country. So I called a number of people that I know that either have or love horses, and we decided we would form an equestrian event cabinet, which has been...
I thought that was kind of a great, that's not like a committee, it's a cabinet.
It's a cabinet.
I kind of liked it.
And I've never served on a cabinet before, so really a fun thing to go along with this. And we are so thrilled to have these beautiful young people in our community stepping up, doing good, and also having something that will be so enjoyable and something unique. And all the nonprofits are out here trying to find ways to enhance their nonprofit, and what a great way where we can come and enjoy polo. And actually, I am looking for some royalty sightings that day, Helen. I have told Adria that I'm going to invite Prince Harry, and she said, "Oh no, there's absolute protocol to all of this."
Just
and I
invite
said
him.
that I'm blonde,
She's from Oklahoma.
and I'm from Oklahoma. I'm going to invite Prince Harry, and
Just
so who knows? He
and
might
what are
show
you all
up.
going to wear? I mean, you have to kind of deck out,
That's
don't you?
a big question. So you wouldn't believe how many people have asked me that exact question. And so for the men, I've referred them to Q Clothier, which they're giving 20% back for all purchases, go back to Smart Start, which is great. But yeah, it's difficult. I mean, for women, there's a lot of the hats. So we've all seen Pretty Woman. And I recommend that women wear wedge shoes and not the pointy shoes, because we will be doing the stomping of the divots, and your heels will sink into the grass.
And the stomping of the divots is what?
It's a tradition that basically the horses kick up the earth or the turf, and halfway through the match, the ladies or gentlemen, they will go out into the field and they'll flip the grass over and stomp it back down again and continue the game. So
that's pretty fun. You
Yeah.
all, that makes you feel a part of it all.
Absolutely. Yes.
And you all have an honorary chairman, I think. So
Yeah,
tell us about that.
That's right.
Well, it's certainly a big pillar in the community. Bill Cameron is the honorary chair. What a great suggestion, and so he's been very helpful in putting all of this together too. We still do have some tickets available.
How about sponsorships?
And sponsorships, always sponsorships
Yes.
available, and underwriting too. So we would appreciate any and all help, and the more that this is a success, the more we will be able to have more polo matches coming. So it's just such a unique opportunity. It is on a Sunday,
yes.
so it's something that the family could spend the afternoon with, and the tickets are reasonable. They start at $75. Or do we have any tailgating left? Or
Yes.
not?
So we're running out of VIP tickets at the moment. So we'll probably end up closing sales for VIP in the next couple of days.
And then what's the VIP?
So VIP is $175.
And is it a party ahead of time?
So the VIP tickets, they're all under the canopy, the standard and VIP. The difference between the two ranges is that the VIP tables will come with a swag bag. They come with some champagne and some extra perks from some of the sponsors. That's pretty much the main difference. The tailgaters are on the opposite side of the field. They bring in their cars and they set up beautiful picnics. That goes for $40 per car. So if you fill up 12 people in a car, that's up to you. So do what you like. Maybe you have a big car. One lady wanted to bring her RV, but that was a little bit too big for us. But any normal size car will do. Yes.
And since you have been to so many, I mean, you've been to polo matches everywhere. So you've seen how they operate.
Yes. Actually, Paul and I just went to Cowdray. Do you want to tell them about that?
So it was actually my first polo event to ever attend, and we did this in early July.
Tell them where it is.
Pardon me?
Where it is.
Oh yeah, so it's just outside of London, and there was two large polo fields. A medieval castle behind you, just beautiful scenery all around, and it really surprised me how fun it was, in the sense that there's all of these extra activities that are going on during the polo match. And so you've got vendors for all different types of things, jewelry, bracelets, hats, just
food.
Will you all have vendors?
Well, so because this is the first year, and we had a small cabinet, if this year it takes off, I think more people will hear about the event, and we'll have a lot more influx of people to provide more fun activities. Because I think, like what we were saying earlier, people need to kind of be re-educated about what polo is, and then they're like, oh yeah, I can tailgate, or oh yeah, I can bring a food truck.
So did you see anybody famous out there?
No.
Actually, we have on our trips, though, because we go to England a lot. We saw Lord Freddie Windsor on our last trip. We went there. And
you invite him too, Linda.
Yes, I will.
What else have we
Absolutely.
met?
You ask about VIP parties and things like that. We will be having a patron party on Friday night for all of the VIPs and our sponsors, and that is going to have a very unique medieval theme, and Adria wants everyone to dress accordingly, which should be quite fun.
In velvet, is that what you?
Medieval times. So if you guys have seen Game of Thrones, or you've been to medieval times, I'm a nerd and I like it. I made him go there a few weeks ago. But we just like that whole that deal. So if there will be a prize as well for people that come dressed up in the best costume.
Okay, so tell us how to get tickets, you all.
It's if you go to www.okccharitypolo.com and just log in, and then you can choose to either purchase the VIP tickets, the tailgate tickets, or also standard tickets as well. You can also indicate interest for sponsorship as well, and so.
Pretty much you can do everything from the website.
From the website. Okay. Is there a phone number or anything?
They can call me.
Okay.
405 404-8876.
Okay.
Call me anytime.
Okay. And anything else about you want to
Well, as we
tell
say,
our viewers?
as we say in Oklahoma, y'all come.
Yeah.
By all means.
Anything else about Smart Start?
You know, all of this benefits kids. So if you think about the impact it can have on them and their families over multiple generations, this is the best bang for every philanthropic dollar you want to give to others.
It's very good.
Well, and I'd like to give a special shout out to both Paul and Adria for their interest in giving back to the community. And speaking of multiple generations, it's so important for all generations to get involved and to give back. And what a great example they're making for their generation. And so we greatly appreciate you all bringing this very unique event. So everybody needs to help support it as well, so that we can help all the kids.
Yep.
Yay!
Well,
Absolutely.
that's great. Anything else, Adria?
No, I just want to really thank the community and the sponsors that have come together. Can I say a few of them? Like, for example, Inasmuch Foundation, Arnall Foundation. I also want to thank Bob Moore Dealerships. The Needham Group, Morris Properties. It's really cool to see, being that I'm new here, to see how the community has just poured in so much support and so much love into this event to try to help one another and kind of, for the love of children and for, polo and bringing the community together in a really fun activity. So I'm feel really blessed and very pleased about the results so far.
It's just a great idea, you all. It's
Yes.
just wonderful.
Yes.
So, thank you, Linda, Adria, and Paul for getting us ready for the polo match. We are so happy to have the opportunity to have polo in Oklahoma City. We hope everyone has a wonderful time and enjoys this great sport. And we hope the U.S. team wins. Many thanks for bringing the event to Oklahoma. Riders up!